Welcome, everybody, to yet again another episode of the Beard Al podcast about two of the greatest things in the world, beer and Weird Al. And we have reached the end of Polka Party, and I'm Lauren. I'm always here. And as we have, I've come to expect it because I'm the one who makes it happen, but as you, as a listener, have also probably come to expect, when we hit the end of a side, our friend Insane Ian comes to recap the entire side with us, and that is exactly what is happening right now. So,
yeah,
yay!
yay! It's a thing. I was waiting for a cue to speak. It was fun.
I know, I'm not good at giving cues.
The intro kept going, and I'm like, I will wait patiently. And then here's this moment where it seems like I can say yay, and wait, nope, I can't. All right, wait, I'll wait.
You can though. That's the thing. I mean,
yay!
Yay!
I've said yay
so many times, so much yay. But yes, so if you've heard these before, what happens here at this point is after we've gone through all of these songs, Ian shows up and we cover them all again in like taking a look at the side as a whole, you know. And I think that's really cool because people don't often listen to music in this way anymore, where you take a record and you flip it over and you look at this look at the side as a thing. And I kind of love that we're doing that.
Yeah, and most people, when they, like, especially with how you have the other episodes, it's song by song. You know, you're listening to the song itself and having a discussion about just the song. This is a discussion about not just those songs, but how they play on the side in total as a full experience.
Yep. And I think it's beautiful. And thank you again for being here to tie all of those strings together with me.
Absolutely. I honored to be asked to be back. So I like it when people like me and have me do things. So yeah.
Yeah, I like it when people like this show enough, talking to me enough anyway, to come on more than one time. So
yay.
So that's a plus.
It's the show of yay. I have said it almost 27 times now. Right. Yay.
At least 27 times. Yeah. Yay.
At least.
Yay. Well, let's see how many times we can say it.
If there was a video version, there would be a counter in the corner.
There would be. And I challenge anybody who listens to this to go back to the beginning, rewind, start counting the yays, and tell me the total at the end.
Yes, give us a yay count by the end. And by the way, every time we've said yay, in talking about a yay counter, those counts as separate yays.
Yay.
Yay.
Fantastic. Oh, boy. So, you know how this goes. We're going to talk tracks 6 through 10 on Polka Party. So, the opener of side 2 all the way through to the closer of the album. And see where the discussion takes us. And, at some point in the middle there, you'll get to listen to some delicious, juicy ads, which are going to be entirely your fault.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's entirely my fault.
Well,
yeah.
They're everybody's fault. Actually, the episode before this, Christmas at Ground Zero, I had first-time guest and not last-time guest because he liked being here so much. So that says something to me. His name is Jeff, and he is one of the hosts of the Suggested Articles podcast, where they literally talk about the weird things the algorithm does to us and how that's what feeds us ads.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
So your search history is why you get this for a certain ad. Yes.
Yeah, or even not. Like, just stuff you talk about and, like, you think and, like, what's in the atmosphere around you.
You said this near your phone. It was listening. Here's this ad.
Exactly. And so I'm it was very interesting to throw it to an ad break with a guy whose podcast is about what happens when you throw it to an ad break, So
incredible and frightening.
Yeah. Oh, incredibly frightening. Yeah, for sure.
Real quick.
Yeah, do it.
I'm sure, like, you can edit this out if you want to or not. Or
I
it
won't.
might stay in the episode. You said that you've started recording, but in the thing that we're in, it says recording hasn't started. So I'm guessing you're recording on something separate than this program.
That is exactly true. And actually, you know what? I'm going to leave that in because it's true. I do record.
Yay.
I record on this soundboard that I have here. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep. I never.
Well, good to know because I sometimes a visual pops up on my end and sometimes it doesn't, and I couldn't remember from the last time that we did this if one did. So, yay! There's another yay.
Yay! Yeah, that's true. I use I use software online so I can talk to people, but I use hardware at home to record it.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Hooray.
I love it. Yeah, but no, thanks for asking. And I feel like I'm leaving it in because that's helpful for future guests. Because most of the time I explain that to people, whether they've heard it from me before or not. And I forgot to do that to you today. So I'm going to leave that in this episode.
And the thing is you've probably explained it to me before, but it has been a distance of time since the last time I was on. So I, of course, forgot.
Exactly, because your brain can only hold so much.
It can only hold so much information, and right now it's filled with useless facts about Weird Al Yankovic's fourth album, Polka Party.
Yes. And so, thank you for that beautiful segue. Let's jump in, shall we? Yay. So side 2 opens up with the El DeBarge parody, Here's Johnny, which is a parody of Who's Johnny?
Who's Johnny, which became the theme song to the motion picture Short Circuit.
Yes. Have you seen it?
Seen the movie, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, I was a youth when this came out, and that movie was targeted toward the youths. Yes,
yeah.
I definitely have seen that movie. I've seen Short Circuit 2 probably more than I've seen the first Short Circuit.
So my husband is the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I forget the name of the actor who plays the Indian character, who is also not Indian.
Not Indian.
And who has come out years later and said, yeah, I probably shouldn't have played that part.
Yeah.
But this is not a discussion about that. But yeah, this song lends credence to a lot of people calling this album the movie album, because 3 of the 4 parodies that are on it are parodies of songs that were theme songs for movies.
That's true. Fisher Stevens, by the way.
Fisher Stevens, that's his name. I remember him from Hackers.
Yeah.
So... and, of course, billions of other things in the 80s and 90s. But yes, Fisher Stevens.
Yeah. We're going to touch on a lot of movie stuff. I mean, there's 2 on side 1 and 2 on side 2. So we're going to...
Yes, indeed.
We're going to touch on a bunch of that here. But Here's Johnny in and of itself. So I love this song so much. I probably love this song more than the average person. This is one of those Weird Al tracks that I have absolutely no affinity for the original whatsoever. Yeah. But every time Here's Johnny shows up on shuffle for me, I turn the volume up a little bit and I bop out to it. I just dig it.
It is such an interesting time capsule, I think, because it is such a you writing that song now, people will be like, no, who's Johnny? Who is this Johnny you're speaking of?
Right.
Because, most people know the Tonight Show being Jimmy Fallon, or, some people remember Jay Leno. But no, before both of them was Johnny Carson. Mm-hmm. And this song is so evocative of that time period, of that era of Johnny in his prime hosting that show. And also, mostly, it's more about his sidekick, Ed McMahon.
Yeah. And there's so much in this that once you get past that, there are still layers to it that are lost to time.
Absolutely. Because Ed McMahon used to be the person from the Publishers Clearinghouse commercials.
Do you know what? Here's the thing, though. Not actually Publishers Clearinghouse.
Not Publishers Clearinghouse. It was the other one. You're right.
That's one of those Mandela effects.
Yeah.
And we and my brain immediately wants to go Publishers Clearinghouse, but it's absolutely not. And every single time this happens, I have to be like, what else? What else was it? Like what?
It was some sort of you can win money through the mail kind of giveaway giant check thing.
Yeah.
That most people associate with Publishers Clearinghouse because that one was the more prominent name. But whatever the one that Ed did on TV wasn't Publishers Clearinghouse, but it was a name that was also similar to that because it did a similar thing. But
American Family Publishers.
American Family Publishers. So they both had publisher in the name.
Yes.
So there was that anachronism between the two that made them kind of meld in people's minds and have that kind of Mandela effect about, well, no, I remember it being Publishers Clearinghouse. No, you remember the word publisher.
Yeah.
So
that's just so wild. Yeah. I mean, Ed McMahon, I'll tell you what, he was he was a character, an individual worthy of having a tribute song like this written about. You know, he did so much weird crap in his life.
Yeah. Like it seems a little different or a little weird now because most talk shows, most nighttime late night talk shows don't have sidekicks anymore.
No, I think
Uh
what Andy Richter was like the last one.
Andy Richter. Well, Ferguson had Jeffrey, which was a
Yeah.
robot that
So
was built by the
does
late Grant Imahara. But Jeffrey was
mm,
kind of like a sidekick along those lines, and kind of was one of the last ones of those. Although Andy kind of came back when Conan came back, but for a while he didn't either. You know, Conan had switched it to a one-on-one format, and Andy wasn't there for that. So
yeah.
you know, and technically, I guess you can say Guillermo in the Jimmy Kimmel show maybe could be
And
considered a
what
sidekick.
yeah, and then what's his name on Fallon? What is it? Higgins?
Uh,
Ish.
the announcer
He
sometimes can
has
be,
that, you know, and
and
then Questlove
sometimes
also plays that
Questlove.
bit
But the thing is, like, they always had like that's kind of like what Letterman did
with
with
Paul
Paul
Schaefer.
Schaefer. You
Yeah.
know, he would have the conversation with the band leader. So that's kind of a little holdover from that. But like usually having somebody sitting next to you on the couch, that is traditionally what you think of
Yeah.
as
Oh, for
the
sure.
sidekick,
Yeah.
because Ed was always sitting there next to the guest and Johnny was at the desk, just like Conan was at the desk and Andy is sitting next to him on the couch. You know,
Mm-hmm.
those kind of specific sidekicks rather than, like, you know, somebody who's also working as the announcer or the band leader. These were guys who were just there just to have banter with you.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
that's true. That Ed McMahon, that was his job.
yeah, he didn't really do anything else on the show other than that. And so that, you know, he became the sidekick of sidekicks. He was the most well known. And that is kind of what the song touches on a lot, because it's funny. Most people would think you're writing a song about Johnny Carson, and this song, no, this song is actually about Ed McMahon.
Yes. And I think that's
Okay, that's the
beautiful.
thing. That's the thing. It just dawned on me. Ed did do something other than that on the show. He also was the announcer, but he moved
He
over to the couch
Yeah.
because he's the one who says, "Here's Johnny."
Yeah.
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 Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. So
We
the
got there.
announcer on Fallon, the announcer on Fallon just stands behind the podium. He doesn't get over and go onto the couch.
Yeah, they don't let him over there. Yes.
No. It's like every new announcer or band leader is like some poor dog that you don't allow on the furniture.
Yeah. That's right. I firmly believe that dogs belong on the furniture.
Absolutely. No, get up on the furniture. You're a pet. Get there.
Yeah, get up there. But there are things that I don't think belong on the furniture, and that's shoes.
You know what? That's an excellent segue.
Thank you.
And I would agree with that. You know, nobody wants the stuff that you've walked on to get onto your couch and or bed. So yes,
Yeah.
you know, when you're getting onto the furniture there and you're putting your feet up, don't wear those shoes.
Don't wear those shoes. That is the next track on side 2. It's a Don't Wear Those Shoes. It's a Yankovic original. And as far as I can tell, it doesn't really have a...
It's not really a pastiche. It is very uniquely Al.
Very
It
uniquely Al.
And of the you know, 4 originals that are on this, well, technically 5 originals that are on this album, 2 of them are not pastiches. They are wholly original Al songs. And
Yes.
this one being the most unique of those, I think. They're just serving as a musical delivery of jokes.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And you know, this and One of Those Days being the other one, they are very much Al's really, really, really twisted sense of humor. We get into, like, they're basically a list. They're each of them are list songs, and they're listing all the things. Like, One of Those Days is, you know, all the things that went wrong in the day. Don't Wear Those Shoes are all the things I'd rather have you do other than wearing those shoes.
Yes.
And you know, the list songs have a great hierarchy and a great tradition in comedy music. And these two are definitely some of my favorite list songs in comedy music. And I think what's really fun about this song for me is it's chock a block full of gags. There's just so many jokes crammed into every nook and cranny of this song. I love it.
Yeah. And I say this in the most loving way. Like, it's so stupid.
I heard somebody say this once. There's something so brilliant about stupidity done well.
Yes. Oh, I love that. And that's exactly what this is. This is stupidity done so incredibly well.
Yeah, like it's stupid, but it's really funny stupid. So it's really enjoyable.
Yeah.
I think this song is really unique because with many songs on this album, you either love it or you hate it. And the Polka Party seems to be a very polarizing album with the
Yeah.
Al fandom,
It's so
and
weird.
a lot of people really either weird,
Oh.
ironic. But that's the thing with this album. You either love it or you hate it. And with this song and with One of Those Days, you either love it or you hate it. And some of those songs, it's either you like one, don't like the other. I love both of them, but this song is uniquely bizarre. And I will say, on 26 and a half, the last fan made Weird Al tribute album, Nerdcore Godfather MC Frontalot actually covered this song on the
Oh,
album.
yes.
But he actually omitted one of the lines, the verse where he says, "Stomp my poodle till it's flat," was cut from the song, and I don't know if he like intentionally cut it or thought, that's a little too animal abusey. Maybe I'll just cut that. Um,
Mm.
I've never been able to ask him about it, but I do find it interesting that that is the one like noticeable line that is missing from his cover of it.
That's really
But
interesting.
it's such a weird song, but it's so good. I love this song. It's so uniquely stupid.
Yes. And I think that, I mean, that's one of the best things you can say about it. Like, this is just uniquely stupid. And what was fun is if you go back and listen to the episode that we did about this song in this series, I had our friend Zeb on to speak.
Oh, I know Zeb.
Yeah, Zebbed out. And that's what he did. And we talked about this song, and he actually, in advance of that, played a side by side of the intro to this song with the intro to Father Christmas by the Kinks.
Oh,
Because they are weirdly musically similar keyboard riffs.
then this might be a stealth Kinks pastiche.
That's kind of the conclusion that we
Yeah.
nearly drew. But if you go all the way to the end, if you go past the end theme on that particular episode, I did put what Zeb provided side by side back there. So if anybody wants to go back and listen to that, feel free because it's there.
We are finding now as time has moved on, and access to songs has become easier. Rather than going out and buying albums, you can stream everything on various and sundry streaming sites. To find that, hey, this song might have been more of a pastiche than we initially thought.
Mm-hmm.
Talking like we were about a previous album and realizing that Cable TV was more like an Elton John song. When
Yeah.
that first came out, not a lot of people were really hip to that kind of idea that that could have been a pastiche of his work. So having this, realization come through that this might be more of a Kinks pastiche is great. And with the access to all the music in the world now through streaming, being able to find these albums easier and find these songs and listen to the little similarities and the little ear notes that make things coalesce and work like that. It's great.
It's super fun. I love that about it. Yeah. So don't wear those shoes. I have one last question for you about Don't Wear Those Shoes before we move on, though.
Of course.
Have you ever mentally pictured the offending shoe?
Of course. It's some sort of weird Chuck Jones or maybe Don Martin styled cartoonishly weird and garish shoe. Especially Don Martin in Mad Magazine, where every foot had a hinge in it. You know,
Oh,
where,
okay.
how Don Martin would draw feet, and like if they're standing on a corner or a curb, the toe, the half of the foot would bend over the curb.
Yeah.
So like some sort of weirdly shaped, but like hugely garish and like oddly formed. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I need to ask because anytime I talk about don't wear those shoes with anybody, I'm like, what do you picture? What do you picture?
Or it could be the complete opposite, and it just could be their normal shoes, but it's wearing white after Labor Day.
Hmm. That's true. It could be that. It very well could be that.
Who no one knows but Al.
No, that's true. Nobody knows but Al. So, I guess we may never know. We may never find out.
The world may never know.
One.
Ask Mr. Owl. Ask Mr. Al.
Weird. Yeah, it's the Weird Owl.
Yes, the Weird Owl.
All right. So I have no good segue for this.
Well, you see, Mr. Owl was from the Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop commercials, and honestly, if you went about getting to the Tootsie Roll the way that Mr. Owl does, 1, 2, 3, crunch, you'd be toothless.
Okay, then. I like that. That's a good segue. So, Toothless People, which is a parody of Ruthless People by Mick Jagger, which is
the title track from the film of the same name.
Another question for you. Have you seen Ruthless People?
I probably saw it when this came out, and I don't think I've seen it since.
So, we watched it for the episode about the song Toothless People because our guest, Robert Yanez Jr., is a movie podcast guy.
Okay.
So we're like, well, we all watched the movie. We all listened to both songs, and then we came prepared to talk about all of it. And I don't ever need to watch Ruthless People again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's one of those. I've seen that. I can say I've seen that. I probably shouldn't say I've seen that, but yeah.
Like, it's one of those movies that left me, like, as we were watching it, Russ and I were both like, what is happening? Like, why are they showing us all of this? And like, even the Honorable Judge Reinhold couldn't save it.
The Honorable Judge Reinhold. That's still got to be a holdover from the Clerks cartoon, right?
I guess. I've just always called him that. Did you know his name? His nickname is Judge Reinhold because as a baby he looked very serious.
That's amazing. You do know that in Clerks the cartoon, Judge Reinhold is a judge.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's a double whammy.
It's great. He played a judge in something else too. Like oh god, I want to say like 30 Rock or something, but I could be wrong. He played a judge in like a live action thing also.
Excellent.
So
milk that joke for all it's worth.
I will, trust me. You go back and listen to the episode about Toothless People. I called him the Honorable Judge Reinhold about 8 times.
Excellent.
So what are your thoughts on the song Toothless People though? This is one of those that doesn't get a lot of love.
One of those mostly divisive songs. This song is hotly debated by many Al fans as many people's least favorite Al song.
Mm-hmm.
And well, here's the thing. I never had a problem with this song. I thought it was fine. I didn't think it was spectacular, nor did I think it was terrible. I don't really think it was a case in the same way that Girls Just Want to Have Lunch is, where it was like Al is recording it against his will.
Right.
Although it does kind of have, like, listening to it now, it does kind of sound like it a little in the attitude that he's singing it with, the timbre, the tone in his voice.
Mm-hmm.
But there are solid gags in this song. There are solid jokes in this song about being toothless and tooth decay and dental hygiene and all that. That amazingly somehow don't get repeated in his much better dental hygiene joke, "Hold me, drill me, kiss me, kill me," or whatever. No, the
Cavity search.
cavity search, yes. Numb me, drill me, floss me, bill me. That's the one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
a music video for that song. I should remember the name. I made a music video using clips from Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh my God. All right.
Back well before the internet. Although I think it's probably up on the internet somewhere. Not by me, but that
Everything
tape of
is.
it got
Yeah.
passed around to Al fandom for quite a while. But yeah, no, I've never really had a problem with this song. It, like, a lot of people question the reason, the existence of this song, because not a lot of people realize that Ruthless People, the song, was, as popular as it was enough to get a parody. But I remember hearing the song on the radio, and I remember thinking, hey, this parody makes sense. The words rhyme, so why not? But yeah, it's one of those songs that I know is divisive for the fandom. I don't really have a problem with it.
Yeah, I'm actually like right there with you. This is one of those that took a minute to grow on me. But once I realized how committed to the bit he was, like, with it, like,
Oh yeah,
his Mick, like his Mick Jagger is fantastic in this. It's
there's
not.
just some. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. It's not so much like he's doing a Mick Jagger impression, like, without doing a Mick Jagger impression, like, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. That's what I was about to say.
Okay.
There's something so wonderful about the one that he holds out. Toothless people.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like holding that note and just making it all guttural sounding. It's perfect.
Yeah.
And it's like on but so off,
Yeah, it's fantastic. And, like, do you know, and here's one of those things, man. Do you know who wrote Ruthless People?
Mick Jagger.
And
Daryl
Daryl Hall.
and-
That Daryl Hall is Daryl Hall of Hall & Oates.
Yeah.
And when we were talking about this song earlier, in the previous episode about it, we were all like, you all should have done better. Like, it's this song. I think the problem with it is this song should have been better. Like, all the people involved in it, the song itself should have been better. Like, and so the fact that this is one of those tracks that is so low on, like, Weird Al fans' lists, like, I get it, right? It's because the song Ruthless People kind of stinks. But that's
exactly because people were like, that song wasn't enough of a hit. Why did this get on this album? But it was, it ranking wise, it was enough of a hit that they went, yeah, okay, why not parody this?
Right. I mean, it was supposed to be so much bigger,
It really was, because they were expecting both the movie and the song to do better than they did.
Yeah, I mean, the movie did okay.
I mean, the movie's a Zaz movie.
Right, but but it's a bad Zaz movie.
Yeah, there are a few of them.
Yeah, and this is one of them. And so, like, everything around this is a perfect storm of, like, this may not be anybody's favorite Weird Al song, but, like, cut him a break because he did a really good job with what he was given here. Yeah, and I again, it's grown on me. I like it for what it is. Like, I let this play. Like, it's right in the middle of side 2, right? I'm not gonna, like, pick up the needle and skip it. Like, I'm gonna let this play through, and I'm not gonna be mad about it.
Yeah, it's only 3.5 minutes, so it's
you can live.
It's not a lifetime you're suffering through.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, fun fact, every song on this album is in the 3-minute area. It's between 3:03 and 3:50.
Exactly.
So that's kind of fun. I'm just looking at all of it in front of me right now.
Yeah, there's no song that is over or under 3 minutes.
I love it. That's beautiful. That's great. Do you have anything else to say about Toothless People? Because otherwise, I feel like this is a good time to throw it to those ads for the people.
And you know what? I think as a place for an ad, that's good enough for now.
Oh, don't do that. Don't. I just took a sip of my beverage. I almost spit it out all over my expensive microphone. Don't do that to me. No, you're supposed to.
And I will say, yay.
Yay! All right, here are some ads. Yay!
Is your popcorn ready? Then pull up a chair and join me, Robert Yanis Jr., at Crooked Table Productions, where we discuss the world of film from a fresh angle on 2 exciting shows. On Close Watch, we get to know our guests through the movies they love, from current hits to timeless classics. And on Franchise Detours, we believe no movie series travels in a straight line as we explore the journeys of series like Rocky, X-Men, and Child's Play. Both Close Watch and Franchise Detours are proud members of the Odd Pods Media Network. Find them wherever you get your podcasts and on crookedtable.com. We'll see you at the movies.
Hey guys, are you passionate about prison plateware? Then you should come watch On the Lanai with us, where we watch a Golden Girls episode, play a little game, and talk a little shit. Part of the Odd Pods Media Network.
Hey, Jeff, what are we doing?
Why are you whispering?
Because all of our devices are constantly listening to us. Unless we take massive efforts to protect our online privacy, all the details of our lives will be in the hands of megacorporations.
Okay, sure, but this is the promo for our podcast. We need people to be able to hear us this time.
Why do we need a promo?
Oh, funny you should ask. We're now members of the Odd Pods Media Network.
Are they one of those global conglomerates?
No, they're just a really awesome podcast network full of great shows like ours.
Well, is there anything specific we need to say?
We should probably tell them what our podcast is about.
Oh, it's about how the algorithm shapes our lives and how tech companies profit off our personal information. We dabble in tech conspiracy theories and talk about how billionaires are all buttholes.
I don't think we should say buttholes in the promo.
But we already did twice.
Join us every other Monday for new episodes of Suggested Articles,
a podcast.
And we're back. Those were great.
And we're back.
Yay!
Yay, those were ads. And they also were for products or things.
Yes. That you may or may not want or have Googled at some point.
And now we'll be all over your feed.
Hooray!
And yay.
And yay, indeed. So we've got 2 more tracks to talk about on side 2 of Polka Party before we go ahead and give this side an overall rating on a scale of 1 to 27, which at this point is become increasingly arbitrary, but it's just a fun thing to do.
Ah, yes. Increasingly arbitrary. Ian Bond's biography.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. So increasingly arbitrary. Jeez. Okay. So the next track is Good Enough for Now, which is
one of the great in the pantheon of Al love songs.
It's beautiful. Like, it really is. And here's the thing. For some people, this is the best you're gonna do.
Wow. No, I think You Don't Love Me Anymore tops it. But I do think that this is a fantastic song. Anybody who plays this song at their wedding seriously probably shouldn't be getting married to that person. But I've been to weddings where the bride and groom danced to 2 Out of 3 Ain't Bad by Meatloaf.
Or
and this is kind of along those lines.
Or no, that's great. And actually, this one of the things that my husband loves to talk about is he was in like cover bands and stuff like all through his 20s and there were people at weddings that wanted their wedding song to be Better Man by Pearl Jam.
Oh my gosh.
And he literally had to talk more than one couple out of it. They were like, have you listened to it though? Like, have you actually listened to the lyrics of Better Man?
Yeah, listen to the lyrics of any of the songs that you want to choose for your thing. Like, I used to make a joke that Possum Kingdom by the Toadies was the greatest love song ever written. This is clearly a joke because if you listen to the lyrics of that song, it's a horrible, frightening song about a man basically kidnapping a woman.
Yeah.
Um, but I used to say, "Oh, this is the greatest love song ever written," just to be like ironic and weird about things. It's a good song, but like listening to the lyrics, you're like, "Oh no, this is dark as hell."
Well,
Um,
people are. I'm going to say this, and I don't even care. People are dumb and don't listen. And
yeah, no, unfortunately, it's true, and the country's showing that more and more. But
people are dumb, man.
like as Devo Spice would say on his podcast Manic Mondays with his segment News of the Stupid, once again, people are stupid, and once again, they've proven it.
Yep. I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it, And like this song, I love "Good Enough for Now," but I need to close the loop on this whole thing, because you get people that like unironically had Every Breath You Take, and like I said, Better Man, and like there are so many songs where it's like, if you actually listen to them, it's like, really,
Yeah, like 2 out of 3 ain't bad
They
by
too?
Meatloaf. Like even in the title of that one, you're like, wait, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
The
That's
freaking lyrics. I want you, I need you, but there ain't no way I'm ever gonna love you.
Yeah, yeah,
but
that's the lyrics of the song, and you're playing that at your wedding. Holy shit!
It's come on, man. Like oh my God, people are dumb. People are just so dumb.
But like this song is like those songs, but on purpose.
Yes, exactly.
Good Enough for Now is such a brilliant takedown of, well, I guess we'll settle for you, but put into song form. There's so many quality gags in this song, and that's why this album always bothers me as being such a low rated album across the board, not just low rated with fans, but low rated on Billboard. Like this song is one of, if not top 10 Al songs.
I agree.
At least Al love songs top 10. But still it's one of the greats. It's one of the best songs on the album by far, but it is, it's one of those quintessential Al seems jaded about things.
Mhm.
And I love that, and having it be a country song just furthers that agenda behind the song topic. Pairing these kind of jokes with that musical genre is one of those things that Al does so well when he does his different styles, and I think that just works so beautifully in the song's favor.
Absolutely. Like, yeah, this song is perfect for exactly what it is,
Yeah, exactly. And it the point of the song, you get in and you're sold.
Yep. It's sort of everything I've ever wanted.
Nicely done.
Yeah, it's so much fun. It really is. And I don't have too much more to add to it, other than I also feel that sonically it's just like a really good country song.
It really is. And again, this is one of those songs that, Polka Party not being a super popular album, a lot of the songs on this album have been covered by other artists.
I know. And so we can go, we're nearing the end of side 2, so we can start going there now. I feel like, and I'm literally have the entire track list of Polka Party up in front of me, because I'm looking at side 2, but then I'm also looking at side 1, and I'm taking this album in as a whole, and I'm going to be bold, and I'm going to say, as a whole, this album is better than Dare to Be Stupid, because it's more solid all the way through.
I mean, I have my biases.
Sure.
So I won't, I don't think I would 100% agree with you, but I will say it is better than it gets credit for.
Oh, it absolutely is. All I'm getting at is, like, my whole thing with Dare to Be Stupid is that it's sequenced so poorly. Side 1 is fantastic. Yes. Side 2 is okay. And this album is great the whole way through.
As far as sequencing goes, yes.
This is a better album sequenced. Experience.
This is a better album experience than Dare to Be Stupid. I will agree with that. I don't know. I won't say that I agree, like the songs better, but the order in which they are placed and experiencing the album as a whole, I will agree with you.
Yeah, and it's if somebody said to me, "Hey, which Weird Al album would you prefer to listen to, front to back, Dare to Be Stupid or Polka Party?" I am Polka Party every single time. Like, but if somebody said, "Hey, pick a side of a Weird Al album," between those two, I would pick side one of Dare to Be Stupid.
Sure,
like
of course.
that's kind of the whole thing. So I'm just like, it's just so crazy. It's so crazy, that this album gets so derided for,
And the reason it gets derided so much is it didn't have as many singles as previous albums did, nor as future albums did, with one or two exceptions. And this album had Living with a Hernia as a single, and then our last song, Christmas at Ground Zero, was the other single.
Yep.
And so it didn't really have that many opportunities to get more into the pop cultural zeitgeist.
I love that word.
We had a lot of really great parodies on this album. Addicted to Spuds absolutely should have been a single, and I think we said that last time I was on here.
We did. Yeah. It
And,
absolutely should have been.
It should have been a single. It should have had a music video. Dog Eat Dog gets amazing response when it gets played in concert. And there's a lot of just really great tracks on this album, and I think this album is grossly undersold when people talk about it.
Oh, for sure. I and we'll get to this not anytime soon. So it will be literal years until we have this conversation, but this is a Poodle Hat problem. Like,
yes,
it's the same thing. It's the very same thing. But actually, this gives me an opportunity before we get into talking about Christmas at Ground Zero and close out our conversation. This is as good a time as any for me to let the listeners know that after this, I'm taking a little bit of a break from the show, but that doesn't mean that you're going to get a break from things coming into your ear holes, because I'm going to resurrect some episodes from the vault, particularly some early episodes where my now husband Russ was featured before he was my husband. So the reason I bring that up is because the very first conversation that Russ and I ever had is an episode of this show about Poodle Hat. So I'm going to be dusting that off, slapping an intro on it to put it into context for folks, and that's going to be what's coming out next.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Lovely segue. Accidental segue.
Totally accidental segue. But Poodle Hat it holds a very special place in this house for that reason, because it was literally the first thing we ever talked about.
Amazing.
But yeah, Polka Party and Poodle Hat have the same issues,
and they both begin with P.
They do both begin with P. And I don't know if that's on purpose.
Purpose, P.
Yeah, yay!
Yay!
Can't forget
I don't know
about
how many we're up to now.
I don't know.
how
Somebody
many,
better
but it's
count.
So many.
Somebody
please count. And
Somebody's
let us know,
counting.
please.
I'm sure.
And here's another one for you. Yay!
Yay!
All
right, let's close this puppy down with Christmas at Ground Zero, which is a style parody of Phil Spector produced Christmas songs.
Yes.
Yeah.
As Wikipedia tells us.
That's what it tells us.
It is. But yeah, no, this was one of those tracks where this is the song that the record label was like, you should do a Christmas album. And Al's like, well, I'll do a Christmas song. Let's see what you think of after I do the song. And he gave them this, and they stopped asking. Up until they asked once again for another Christmas song, and he gave us The Night Santa Went Crazy. But this is such, again, kind of evocative of the time, because, we were, a lot of wartime talk was about with Reagan and Star Wars and all of those things happening. Star Wars being the missile defense thing that Reagan was trying to implement, not the movie Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yes, we're not Nick the Lounge Singer from SNL here. But yeah, so this is kind of playing off of like both the fear of the atomic bomb at the time, with countries fighting against each other and talking about war and kind of playing on that, but also making it festive and holiday. And the first Weird Al directed music video was for this single.
Yes. I'm
Al-
sorry.
Al's first,
Yes.
his directorial debut, technically. Even though this video is mostly clips, Al still is credited as the director of this. It is usually just either stock footage of duck and cover PSA videos from the 50s and 60s, and also science fiction movies of atomic nature. So they're spliced together 50s and 60s sci-fi films, 50s and 60s safety videos, spliced together, and then the only new shot is Al and a bunch of people in gas masks as Christmas carol singers singing the end chorus in the last shot before the sirens go off and the shot goes into negative as if a bomb had been dropped.
Well, I mean, they're all going to go see the New Mutations on New Year's Day, so it's fine.
Absolutely. My favorite thing to do on my birthday, New Year's Day.
That's right.
It's a fun, festive time.
Oh, that's great. I love that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's such a, like, it really is, like, a lot of people may not quite get this, but Al is so punk rock.
He really is. He really is.
Like if you've seen the new Superman and he's talking about the Mighty Crab Joys and how they're punk rock and how kindness is punk rock.
I just watched that for the first time this past week.
Al is so punk rock, and like especially the first album, and I mentioned that before. The first album has so much in its veins being in the punk scene, but like especially his response to the Scotti Brothers record label when they ask him to do things, and he's like, all right, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it my way.
Yeah.
You wanted Girls Just Want to Have Lunch? I'm going to sing that with a Billy Idol sneer, and you can tell that every line I'm singing is dripping with how I hate singing it.
Yeah.
You want a Christmas song for this album? I'm going to give you a Christmas song, but I'm going to give you a Christmas song my way, on my terms. This is what you're getting. Oh, you don't want to ask for that anymore? My job is done, because I don't want to do a Christmas album. I'll give you a song, and then you'll stop asking me.
It's beautiful, and that's exactly this. This is precisely why I have no problem if anybody asks me, like, why do you admire Weird Al so much? Like, literally everything you just said, it was like that whole, like, okay, I'll do it, but
I'm gonna do it my way.
But I'm gonna do it my way. And also, like, you can't really be mad at me about it, because I've done what you've asked and I haven't been mean. And I'm and I think that's wonderful. It's so freaking amazing. And actually, it leads me to, like, literally today at work. And I work from home. I have, like, an office job in corporate, all this whatever, blah blah blah. But my background in my office is like half of my Weird Al stuff, right? I've got like 1, 2, 3, like 4 Weird Al autographs on posters behind me, pictures, just albums, and like the little trading cards, like all just taped up on the wall behind me, all my VIP lanyards, all that crap. I had a meeting with a woman today. It was the first time I'd ever talked to her. And I never put the blur on my background, because I'm like, why? Like, I'm sorry. Like, this is what's there. Right?
Sure.
This woman pops on the screen and she goes, oh, you're the Weird Al lady.
Your notoriety has reached new heights.
And I'm like, yes, it's me. I'm the Weird Al lady. And we talked about it. It's so.
Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
Exactly. I've had meetings with, like, because I just got a promotion at work last week, and
yay, bravo, yay,
hooray! And so I've had meetings with, like, new people, and again, I don't blur my background, but every new person that I've met with, the first thing we talk about is Weird Al, and it is, like, so incredibly, like, disarming, and it takes you from like we're having this like meeting about this important thing that we need I mean, how important is it really, but we're having this meeting about this important thing, quote unquote, that we need to talk about.
Of course.
But then you spend the first 5 to 10 minutes talking about Weird Al, and then you get into it, and it's at that point everybody is so much more at ease than they were when that video box popped up. And it's so amazing that like I don't even say anything. I don't come on and say, let's talk about Weird Al, but like all my crap is behind me. And
of course,
if you haven't talked to me before, that's going to be the first thing you're like, oh, okay, that's fun, and
he's the great unifier.
He really is. And I was able to let him know. I did the VIP at the St. Augustine show. Yeah. Just September, right, 24th or whatever. And so this is very recent. It was literally the day after I got my promotion, and I was able to let him know that like everybody at work knows me as the Weird Al lady, but like it's a really good thing, and I literally just got a promotion.
Excellent. Amazing.
And it's like, it serves me so freaking well.
That's so good.
Oh, and that's why it's so great having a conversation with somebody like you about all of this too, because it's like, I know you're more directly like in that space.
I mean, I guess you could say that, yeah.
But like you were actually, I work in freaking corporate whatever, but I bring the Weird Al with me. You went to it, you went to that area. I'm like, I'm going to have this with me when I do this, whatever this is that I need to do.
Right, right.
And so I just love that we're both in a place like as like full-fledged adult humans where it's like, no, but like also like this guy who did things his way the entire time is going to inform so much of what it is that we're doing.
What we do and why we do it. Yeah. Absolutely.
And I just think that that's really cool. And I think that's such a fun legacy to have,
Absolutely. 100% it is. Absolutely.
I didn't mean to get I got myself all riled up and emotional just now.
You know what? It's okay to get philosophical on a song about the holiday spirit and goodwill towards man, except when you're dropping bombs on them.
So, you know what I like to call this song though? I've said it before and I'll say it again. I like to call this Walking in a Nuclear Winter Wonderland.
Absolutely. 100% true. It's so good. I love that coalition, that not coalition, that
juxtaposition
there. That's the word that ended in alien that I wanted to say. Yes, words are good and fun. Sorry, suddenly can't brain anymore.
No word brain.
No. Yeah, exactly. No, I like that juxtaposition with that. I like that simile version of names. They're walking in a nuclear winter wonderland. Beautiful.
It's so fun. But yeah, Christmas at Ground Zero is great. I like to sneak it into holiday playlists when I can, and
it is one of the, because Christmas songs are kind of a novelty unto themselves anyway.
Yes.
Christmas songs, especially most, as if they're not Christmas carols, and if they're not like schmaltzy stuff that people put on the end of their album because they know they're releasing close to the holiday, most Christmas songs are considered a novelty song. So to have what at the time was considered a novelty artist to release a Christmas song was not anything against the grain. It was not anything out of the ordinary. But Al still made it uniquely his own and made it one of those songs that gets played every single year when you think about holiday music that's funny.
Yep. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's wonderful. The Dr. Demento show, would always have like at least 3 episodes dedicated to Christmas music, because Christmas novelty music is such a big pervasive thing in pop culture. And this song would of course get played every single year ever since it came out. And of course, the Dr. Demento show is Dr. Demento is retiring this year.
Yep.
His last show is actually going to be, I think, the day after this show goes up.
Oh,
on
yeah.
October 11th
Yes.
is his last show. So, big ups to Barry Hansen. 55 years on the air and online doing the Dr. Demento show. Congratulations to him and happy retirement to Dr. Demento, without whom we would not have had Weird Al.
It's so true. It's so incredibly true. And, I it's one of those things to, like, again, owe so much to a guy who owes so much to a guy, and Dr. Demento is the guy that, laid the groundwork, is the foundation for all of the things, and
Absolutely.
brought to the fore, some of my favorite things from, before he started doing his show, some of Al's great influences like Tom Lehrer and all that stuff. And just such a wonderful thing to have in the universe for as long as he was able to do it. And yeah. So tomorrow, yes, because you're listening to this, people, this is coming out October 10th. So tomorrow, October 11th, that's what you should be doing.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yes.
So we have
Fantastic
indeed. Speaking of fantastic, we have one last thing to do. We need to rate side 2 on a scale of 1 to 27, which, again, this whole thing has become increasingly arbitrary.
The Insanian story. Let's have you rank it first. I want to hear where you're going to rank this one, because
Okay.
I'm interested to hear this, because I know how you feel about this album and its sequencing versus the last one we did.
Oh,
Dare
for
to Be
sure.
Stupid.
So I think side 2 is sequenced really well, right? Because he opens strong with
Exactly.
Here's Johnny. Don't Wear Those Shoes follows that really well. Two of those people, if it's going to go anywhere, I'm glad it's on the middle of a side.
It's glad it's in the middle. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
And then Good Enough for Now is perfect, and Christmas at Ground Zero is a classic Al.
I mean, there's a reason you always put the Christmas song as the last song on the album, to the point where Devo Spice, who I've mentioned twice in this episode now, made a song called "The Last Song on the Album," being a Christmas song.
Yeah.
So yes, even comedy musicians are no stranger to it either. So
Right. Yeah, and this is also, one in a great line of classic Weird Al album closers. Like, it's not an epic like Albuquerque or Genius in France, but it's
not a hugely long song, but it is still epic in feel and scope.
Exactly. So to that point, I don't think it's perfect, but I'm not gonna ding it too much. I'm gonna say 26.
Yeah. Okay. That's where I was feeling too, actually.
Cool.
I was thinking it's not a perfect side, but it is still very, very good. I was going to say 26. I was thinking maybe 26 and a half, but we'll go with a solid 26.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't dabble in fractions.
I don't dabble in fractions is a great t-shirt.
Thank
or
you.
bumper sticker, or even a coffee mug. Honestly, a coffee mug, that'd be perfect. I don't dabble in fractions.
Dabble in fractions.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Well, this has been yet another epic album side recap with Insanian. And before we wrap up the recap, do you have anything that you would like to, other than the obvious, Dr. Demento finale, anything else that you're working on that you'd like to, you're working on other things
of course.
that you'd like to promote or share or do with the people?
I do, and of course I do, because I
know
wouldn't
you
be
do.
here if it weren't to promote things. No, that's not true. I love when you have me on.
I know.
Thank you so much for having me on. But I do have other things to promote, of course. Yes, the Dr. Demento show is wrapping up. Me and my other compatriots at The Fump, aka The Funny Music Project, put together a 2-disc tribute album for Dr. Demento, full of covers of songs from the show, as well as songs about the show. Myself, I wrote a song called "What the Doctor Ordered," It is about my experience with the Dr. Demento show and how I got involved in comedy music. That song is available on that album. It is also available by itself as a single on Bandcamp and Spotify and various and sundry other places. Also, I do a comedy reaction show on YouTube every Friday. It's at youtube.com/insaneian. I react to new or new to me comedy music because I was exposed to comedy music from Dr. Demento, and that's kind of what I do too. But also, I also write comedy music, hence the song I mentioned previously. Also, the comedy music that I write, I will be performing soon. If you are in the Chicago area, on October 30th, which is Devil's Night, the night before Halloween.
It's also the day after my birthday.
In the day after Lauren's birthday.
Sorry.
It is in Chicago at the Chop Shop. MC Lars is performing his Edgar Allan Poe LP pre-release party, and I will be one of the opening support acts at that show.
Neat.
So October 30th at the Chop Shop in Chicago. If you're in the area, come on down. October 30th, Devil's Night. Also performing our Problems and Former Fat Boys. It's going to be a good night. It's going to be super fun. Lots of great music, nerdcore hip hop and comedy music. Going to be a good time. And also, next year in March, I am the music guest of honor at MarsCon in St. Paul, Minneapolis. So if you are in the Minneapolis, St. Paul, Bloomington area, right by the Mall of America at MarsCon 2026, I will be the music guest of honor there.
That's fantastic. You got all that stuff you got going on. That's great. I love it. It's amazing.
All the time.
So much stuff all the time. I love it. And on top of all of that, you get to keep coming on my show.
And I love being invited back every time. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. And again, people, we will be back soon to hit Even Worse. I've got most of my guests lined up for that, but I myself as a human being need a little break. So again, you're going to get a couple of re-release episodes of things that like are from years ago that I feel like are important for the lore of the show as it exists now that I feel like y'all need to hear. So stay tuned for that because I feel like that old stuff being made new again is fun for everyone. But also, before we hit up Even Worse, we have a couple of stuff lined up. I haven't recorded them yet, but I'll give you a little teaser on this. At the St. Augustine show recently was the penultimate show of Weird Al's Bigger and Weirder 2025 tour. My friend Aaron went. He bought himself one ticket, and he bought it on the resale market because that's all that was left. That man paid way more than he needed to go see his very first Weird Al show without knowing anything about Weird Al, really, because Russ and I talk about it so much. He was like, well, I need to experience this for myself. So he went, and he sat in like the 100 section on his own for the show. And I'm going to have him come to my house and talk about it on an episode because that's a perspective that you don't get often. You know, there's somebody going to see a Weird Al show that's never been before.
Absolutely. I recently went to my 29th Weird Al show by seeing him at Riot Fest.
Yes!
Which was an amazing experience.
Oh, it looked like
First time I've ever been to a Weird Al show that had a mosh pit.
I know.
It was incredible. I was there with Shoebox of Worm Quartet, and as soon as the pit opened up, he disappeared into it. And he also helped many people crowd surf during a Weird Al concert. There were people moshing not just to things like Smells Like Nirvana or Canadian Idiot. No, they were moshing to Dare to Be Stupid and Ricky. They were people moshing to Saga Begins and Yoda. It was beautiful. It was amazing. It was a once in a lifetime opportunity. Al apparently played a lot of people felt that Al played the smaller stage was a bad thing because there were so many people there trying to see Al's show. He was on one of the smaller side stages and the crowd was enormous. And so many people could not get close enough to see things. Where I was, I lined up during the show previous that was on the stage next to it. So I was fairly close to the front, but I wasn't in the front. And I had, a decent position where I was. But if you were watching any of the other acts performing at another stage during that time, you couldn't line up in time. But that said, it was still an amazing show. Amazing how he squished down his normally 2.5-hour show to be an hour and a half and didn't miss a beat.
Gosh.
And was, the man is in his mid 60s, full of high energy on that stage. The crowd who were able to see the show absolutely loved it. It was incredible.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I love that so much. That's amazing. And actually, you're giving me, I don't usually plug things on my own show, but I'm going to, mentioning Al being in his mid-60s. My husband and I have a Facebook community here in Jacksonville called Jacksonville Fun Eats and Drinks, and we are over 17,000 people strong in the group. And our group, as well as my podcast, this podcast, the one you're listening to right now, we are co-hosting at Keg and Coin, which is a beer garden / arcade in the Riverside area of Jacksonville on October 23rd, which is Weird Al's birthday. We are hosting a Weird Al birthday party, complete with Weird Al trivia, prizes, Weird Al music, movies on all of the TV screens, and costumes encouraged. Bring your own accordion.
There were so many people dressed as Weird Al.
I know.
At Riot Fest.
It's crazy.
It was incredible. Like, normally I see that at going to an Al show, I see a sea of Hawaiian shirts. That's one thing. No, there were people not just in Hawaiian shirts, but wigs, mustaches, glasses. One gentleman had a child-size accordion with him. It was like, wow, you're bringing props into Riot Fest. All right, why not? It was incredible. And before Al was on the Rise stage, but the stage he was on was renamed Weird Al Yankovic's Weird World for that day.
I saw that on the website. That's beautiful.
Were along the lines of Al. Opening the day was Shonen Knife from Japan doing their first U.S. show in 6 years. Max Sabbath, who said on stage, well, we don't want to say if it weren't for Al, we wouldn't be doing this. But let's be honest, if it weren't for Al, we wouldn't be doing this.
Boom.
Camper Van Beethoven, and of course Puddle's Pity Party. But big for me was seeing Sparks for the first time.
Heck yeah!
Which was incredible. And they playing This Town Ain't Big Enough for the Both of Us, which of course is what Al's Virus Alert is based on.
Yep.
And seeing them perform live, and then getting to see Al after all of that, just an incredible stage, an incredible evening, and there were so many Al fans at Riot Fest. It blew my mind.
I love it. I think that's a great note to end this on, because it's just love for our guy, and that's what we're putting out in this universe. So thank you once again, Insane Ian, for being back here to talk to me.
Well, thank you for having me, Looney Lauren. I appreciate it. All the noises. Holy crap. It's like we stepped on 18 Jerry Lewises.
Indeed. Before we end this, yay!
Yay!
Okay.
Okay. Bye. Goodbye.
Yay. Yay.